Geezers, Speci here. Voymir is the featured location this week. Every week we look at the best key cards and the best decks. I'm a passionate deck builder. I love to get rank 100 every season with off-meta decks that I build myself. So I'm confident the decks I'm sharing with you are of the very highest quality. The first card you play here is Destroyed. It's showing up in 40% of games on Wednesday and Thursday. And let's look at the key cards. First, we have Angel. Angel, not necessarily a card I've put in a lot of my decks that I'm sharing with you. I just wanted to mention it because it's a really interesting time to play Angel. Thinning is really difficult to come by in Marvel Snap. Chavez is my favourite card in the game because she sort of thins your deck. She improves the consistency for the first 5 turns. But Angel is the only card which actually just flies out the deck and thins, apart from M'Baku, who thins on turn 6, which doesn't actually help you improve your odds of drawing cards. So if you're playing heavy combo decks, you could consider just whacking in a random Angel and playing a 1-drop into Voymir early on to thin this card from your deck. Armor is going to be a great card. There's going to be so many Destroy decks, as you're going to see with the decks I'm sharing. And Armor, of course. Cosmo as well, to a lesser extent, can counter those. One thing I'd love to see you do to improve your ranking is snap on Armor. If you have opponent with a Bucky Barnes in their lane and you have initiative, which means you're going first, play your Armor into their Bucky Barnes lane and snap. Snap before playing the armor, not afterwards. That's going to net you more cubes. You want to snap with surprise value, right? You don't want to snap after you've got the surprise and your opponent forfeits and you only get 1 cube. Of course, sometimes that snap you're still going to lose, but the odds are very much in your favor with a big play like that, and you should certainly be snapping if you're armoring a Bucky Barnes lane with initiative. Knull is the last card I wanted to highlight because no one's got this card. I didn't bother including it in any decks, but if you do have it, it's going to be great. No one has this card. It's 6k tokens, but it's going to be broken this next couple of days. Pool 2 we're starting off with. We're going to end with Pool 1. Pool 2 is a nice shell. If you're sort of halfway through Pool 3, you can just use a lot of these cards and then start replacing them with cards that you like. We've got Storm as a way of winning 1 lane. Jessica Jones, Vision help us out there. Killmonger also can kill 1-cost cards on your opponent's Storm lane. Killmonger also just has some nice synergy with the Lizard because you can have Lizard, your opponent plays a 1-drop to make its ongoing ability kick in and make it worse, and then you can Killmonger late on to remove a card from that lane, and therefore your Lizard's playing for 5 points. Angel for the thinning, Carnage Bucky, Deathlock, Shang-Chi for those big 8-cube victories out of nowhere, and Chavez because she's improving the odds of you drawing your cards. I don't really like a lot of the 6-drops at this stage in the game, so that's why we went for her. Deadpool up next. I will add this deck I'm going to be playing tomorrow without the Hulkbuster, and I'm going to be playing Shuri, who's a pool 5 card. She's doubling the power of the next card you play. She's 4 energy, 2 stats. So you can go Shuri on turn 5 plus Deadpool, and then on turn 6 you can play Taskmaster, for example. But a lot of you don't have her, so I just put Hulkbuster in, which you want to Hulkbuster your Deadpool. Idea of this one is just make your Deadpool as big as possible. It doubles its power every time it goes back into your hand, so you want to destroy it a bunch of times. And of course with Vormir is a Gwent card. Vormir, you can just put Deadpool in there. And it's actually a really big deal because if it shows up on turn 1 as the first location, you just Deadpool bang, and then it's just saving you like a whole consume, right? It's a big deal. It really, really is. It's just going to mean your Deadpool can get significantly bigger. 1 extra double means like potentially 16 points on your Deadpool by the end of the game or more, right? So I think Deadpool's going to be great tomorrow, apart from the fact there's probably a lot of armors. DeathWave as well. One of the top meta decks. It's going to be great. Death is just going to be very, very good tomorrow because there's going to be so many people with Destroy decks. If you don't have She-Hulk, she's a pool 4 card. You could play, I think, Angel would be great in this deck tomorrow. I also very much like Chavez in these decks for similar reasons I've already mentioned, just improving the consistency. Squirrel Girl is also a possible replacement. The reason she's in there is to try and get more death triggers. I don't think you'll need that tomorrow, so maybe you just want to experiment with playing Angel in there instead. But bear in mind your Killmonger can kill your Angel. But thinning is winning, guys. Thinning is winning. All right, up next we have Galactus. I don't have Galactus myself, so I'm not 100% certain this is the best version of the deck. This is how I would play it though. on paper. I know a lot of people play Hobgoblin. That might be a card you want to consider. A lot of people don't play Chavez either, but mate, you might have noticed that I think this card is very, very good. Chavez is increasing the odds of us drawing our Electro early, so we can Electro on turn 3 into Vormir, which is going to destroy Electro, meaning we get its on reveal ability to have 1 extra energy per turn, but we don't have the ongoing ability which stops us playing multiple cards per turn. So Electro is utterly bonkers with Vormir. You definitely could experiment playing some other ramp decks, but this is the one that makes the most sense. Galactus is very, very popular at the moment. You can wave as well to play your Galactus on turn 4, and then Spider-Man the Galactus lane on turn 5. That's often going to win you the game, but bear in mind, you're not going to win many 8-cube games like that. The best way to win 8-cube games with Galactus is by playing Death and another card on turn number 6. So yeah, look out for that. Finally, last but not least, we have Pool 1 Vormir. I just went for a Kazoo deck, as often is the best way to play Pool 1. Killmonger is not accessible until Pool 2, so these decks just tend to do very, very well. Angel is the key difference from the usual deck. I think like Hawkeye or Korg, in fact, is the card. No, Korg's, I think Hawkeye I usually play as the 1-drop here. But whatever it is, the 1-drop, we took out 1-1-drop and put in Angel, because you can play your Squirrel Girl into Vormir, and then if you draw your Angel, it's still going to be 3 points with your Kazar. If you thin it, it's improving the odds if you're drawing all your other cards, and it's a 3-point thinning play because of your Kazar. So it does seem pretty solid. Obviously, could be some extra stats on your Iron Man as well. They're the 5 decks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the format. If you think there's anything else I could do to improve the format, maybe a few more Pool 3 decks, let me know. That's Vormir. I'm very excited for this one. Worth mentioning as well, this card, this location will go back into, well, it will go into normal rotation on Friday, and it's going to be an uncommon location. So it's not going to show up loads, but it's not rare or super rare. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like it if you did, and subscribe for more. See you.